Hi guys, you most likely read the thumbnail. I got more fish, just like the third time this month. In my defense, I'm getting most of my fish to grow them out. So it's kinda like, I'm only getting a lot of them because I have more space and more tanks to fill. And I'm gonna grow them out and eventually move all of them to hopefully 2 big tanks. So obviously my monsters, I'm gonna put them in my big tank over there. That's also like 325 gallons. This Discus tank is also 325 gallons. And yeah, I got more fish. This is Geophagus savannae. So as of now, they're very small. They're like 1.5 inches. Although they will grow big. Like they will grow about this big, I think. Or if not, a bit smaller. But eventually if they grow too big, obviously, like if they start to outcompete the Discus, I would move them out. Like I'll have under the tank, I'll get under the tank, then I'll put them there. Although, I don't think they would anytime soon because my Discus are fairly big. Like, they're like bigger than my hand. And as far as I know, based on the YouTube videos I've watched and the research I've done, these fishes, they grow quick, but they don't grow super quick. Like, it takes time for them to grow also. So, ideally, they'll grow with the Discus because I kind of want to have a show tank of Discus and Geophagus. And I've read a lot in like different forums, and also I've heard from different people that they have success in keeping Geophagus with Discus. Although there are also some concerns that these Geophagus can outcompete the Discus when it comes to feeding time. So I'm just gonna try my best and make sure that everyone gets their food. Although, as I said, these guys are really small. Like, I don't know if you guys see them, but they're really, really small. They're like 1.5 inches. Initially, I was also scared that my Discus would bully them, but I don't think so because I have a electric blue Aquarium here that's like this big, more or less the same size as these guys, if not a tad bit bigger. And then I also have a good amount of black neon tetras, which are way smaller than these guys for sure. So I think these guys will be okay. I got like around 7 of them because I want to grow them out. And then eventually I also want to breed them because, I don't know, like the process of breeding and the process of learning how to breed fish is just really cool. So yeah, I want to do that. And maybe I'll eventually also sell them. I'm in the process of breeding my Discus. Like I have a pair, I'll show you guys later. I have a pair in a separate tank, in a 50-gallon tank, but I kind of removed a bit of water just so that they have, like, as far as I know, a lot of people have more success breeding Discus in like 40 gallons or less, some even 20. So I just made it a bit less just so that the Discus would feel secure and it wouldn't be such a big space that if they do hatch fries, the fries will have a hard time to find them if it's too big. So yeah, let's acclimate these guys. I'll give you guys a better look. Okay, so for these guys, I'm just gonna do a float acclimation. Like, I'm not gonna do a drip acclimation anymore because it's been a long journey for them. Like, they came from a pretty far place and then they had a stopover and then I had to pick up the fish from that stopover and bring them to my house. So I'll give them like 15 to 30 minutes to acclimate just to my water temperature, then I'll let them out already so they don't get too stressed. So here they are. They don't look very colorful. Although, like, all fishes are like this, when they're stressed, they're washed. And through time also, as they grow into like bigger adults, they'll start to form a nicer color and everything will kind of look prettier overall. So yeah. Hey guys, this is my 50-gallon Discus breeding tank, the one I was telling you guys about. This is my pair. This is like this one over here. Wait, this guy over here. That's a Super Panthera. And then this one, I forgot what it was, but I think it's like a Tiger Discus or something, somewhere along that lines. So it's just a very simple breeding setup. It's like a 50-gallon tank, and as I said, I took out a bunch of water, so it's like a 40 or less, but they have plenty of room to like swim around and stuff. And this is their breeding cone. This is ideally where they will be laying their eggs. Before I moved them to this location, in the previous location I left them in, which was in the living room, they already bred and stuff, but I couldn't find success for some reason. My guess was because there's a lot of foot traffic there, so every now and then, obviously, if they fear for their eggs or if something's wrong, they will eat their eggs. Like, they won't let it hatch, and that's just how Discus are. You have to allow them to learn to become great parents, and through time, like, they'll be able to like hatch their eggs on their own, they'll be able to raise their fry, and yeah, they're one of the fishes that actually take care of their fry really, really well. The fry will basically, once they hatch, they will start eating off the Discus's slime coat, because all fishes have a slime coat. That's like the protective layer. And yeah, it doesn't really hurt the discus, although it will get to a point where when the babies grow too old and they start picking at the discus as slime coat, obviously it's gonna start to hurt. So by that time, I'll have to separate the parents with their babies. So if you guys can see, I have like this plant here. It's kind of just to suck up all the bad nutrients in the water, just to keep the water quality really good. I do water changes like every other day, and sometimes I do it once a week if I'm really busy. But yeah, once a week is like my minimum already. I don't go below that. And if you guys can see, I have this tiny, like, I forgot what it's called, but it's like an internal filter thing. And if you guys can see, the water pressure is just very weak, just so that to keep a very calm vibe kind of thing. Because these discus live in like the river, and obviously if they lay their eggs, they want it to be safe and everything. So I kind of just keep everything here peaceful, and in this room it's always quiet. Like there's no one that comes in here unless, you know, obviously I'm feeding and stuff. So yeah. Okay, I'll put you guys here. I'll just show you guys the feeding. I don't know if they're gonna eat because I think they seem pretty scared of me for some reason. Although like most of the time when I feed, they kind of just come up and eat right off the bat. So let's see if they're gonna do that now. Yeah, the female is normally the first one to come up. Then she starts eating. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but she's eating all the pellets I put in. I normally feed them beef heart just so that I can keep a strict diet for them, because I want to fatten them up and kind of condition them to lay eggs. So yeah. The male is a bit scared, but the female's already eating all the pellets. So normally what I do here is I feed them pellets in the mornings, and then afternoon and night I feed them beef heart just to condition them. Although you can't really force fishes to breed. Breeding fishes, especially discus, it takes time. You have to let them do their thing. Just like in nature, you can't force animals to kind of mate and stuff. You kind of just have to let them do their thing. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just doing my regular water changes, feeding them, conditioning them, so they'll eventually like breed. So here they are. If you can see, the female is picking at a bunch of pellets. So is the male, honestly. But yeah, I think they're pretty happy here. It's way more peaceful here in the new place I moved them in to. So yeah, hopefully they start breeding soon. I'll keep giving you guys updates. And yeah, let's get back to the Geophagus. Okay, it's more or less been 30 minutes already. It's been 45 already actually. So I'm gonna release them now. I'll pop a photo on the screen of how they would look like if they're bigger in adult size. But this is them now. So they're really small. Hopefully in like a year or maybe a few weeks or maybe a few months, I can see the difference between them and like obviously their older size. Hopefully everything goes well. I hope the discus don't fight them, but I don't think they would. Let's just see what happens. If they do show aggression, I'll obviously move these guys to a different tank. So I'm gonna be doing the usual thing that I always do. I do not mix the water with my own water because I work so hard to keep this water really, really clean and really, really good in terms of its water parameters. So I will just open the bag and then I'm gonna pour the fish and the water into a net, and then the fish will stay in the net. Then I'll release the fishes into the tank through the net. So yeah, let's do that. I don't know if you guys can see this. I think you guys can see this. So I'm just gonna let them go over here. Okay, that's all 7 of them. Let's leave them here. Okay. Let's release them. So there's 7 of them. So far, so good. The discus aren't really minding them. There is 0 aggression as of now. Honestly, I feel like these Geophagus will think they're one of the tetras or one of the electric, or they'll think that they're the child of the electric blue Acaris. Okay, they're breathing really strong, but that's normal because obviously I just moved them into the tank. Let me give you guys a better look again. So as of now, they're here. They're just chilling with the electric blue Acara. Like, I think the electric blue Acara is trying to figure out what's happening and what are these fishes. Although, like, he seems like, I don't know if he's being aggressive or he's not, but he's not really pecking at them. He's kind of just going really close to them. and trying to figure things out. But they're a pack of 7, so I think they'll be fine. I feel like eventually they're gonna go in here. That's a structure where all small fishes normally hide if they're being like attacked or something. But yeah, this is my electric blue car. He's really pretty. I want to get him like a mate, so maybe they'll have kids or something. Kids, I mean like baby fishes. But yeah, these are the Geophagus. I'll pop a picture on the screen of how they'll look like when they're adults. I think I already did. But yeah, they look really pretty. Yeah, I'll update you guys in like 24 hours to see if they're eating and stuff. So yeah, let's go. So just a quick update on my Discus. So this is one of the super red checkerboards I added in the last video. All 3 of them are still here. I don't know if it's just me, but I really feel like they grew way bigger. Like, it's crazy. I mean, I've been feeding them beef heart like 2 times a day, so maybe. This is the other one. This is the 4th one. He's over here. Sorry, my tank's a bit dirty because I don't clean the algae off the glass on the side, just the front. But yeah. So the Geophagus are just down there. They're kind of just chilling. The blue Acara kind of scares me because he keeps going near them. He's not really attacking them. He's kind of just doing his thing. And every now and then, he like goes at them, but he doesn't really attack them. He just checks them out, but they get scared, so they go away. So, yeah. I'll update you guys in 24 hours, as I said, if they're eating and stuff. Hopefully they are ready by that time. Okay, let's go. I forgot to do something. Just to minimize the aggression, I'm gonna feed all my fishes. Like, I'm just gonna feed them pellets. I always feed before I add fish. I don't know why I forgot to feed this time. But yeah, this should like stop the aggression. As you guys can see, like my Discus, like this is kind of also how I gauge fish health. Like, normally they're very healthy if they're very aggressive eaters. Like the moment I already put pellets and I'm already about to go to the top, all of them already come near. So yeah, like that's really good. Don't mind the 4 there. The 3 there. They're always like that. Like they always stay in that corner. That's why every time I feed, like beef heart or something, I put the beef heart there in the middle just for them, and then they eat like no problem. So yeah, I'll also add like some sinking pellets just so that I don't think the Geophagus are gonna eat yet, but I'm just gonna put a few in there just so in case they do feel like eating, they can eat. So I honestly got this initially for my monster fishes, and I still do feed them to my monster fishes, but every now and then, like I feed it here because I have plecos in here and they seem to like it. And my Corridoros also like eating this. So I'll just place that down there. Just so if the electric blue Acara also wants to eat that, he can, and he won't feel like he has to compete for his food with the Geophagus. The Geophagus are kind of just staying on the right side. They're just staying in the bottom. Most of the time, these Geophagus, what they do is, the reason why I also wanted to add Geophagus and introduce them to my Discus community is because eventually if I do add sand, what the Geophagus will do, they're gonna pick on the sand, essentially sifting through it, cleaning it, and I wouldn't have to do like siphoning all of the dirt out of it because the Geophagus will constantly pick up the sand to kind of clean it in a way and to eat all the uneaten food. So yeah. Okay, now I'm actually gonna see you guys in 24 hours to update you guys if the Geophagus is eating. Okay, hi guys, it's been way more than 24 hours. It's been like a week or so. All the Geophagus have settled in already. All 7 of them are still there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the 7th one's back there. So all 7 of them are still there. I'm gonna feed them now. As of now, they've been conditioned to eat the beef heart of the Discus and the pellets that I feed the Discus, which is really good. Although for the beef heart, I haven't directly seen them eat it because once I put the beef heart in, most of the time it spreads into a bunch of little particles, and when that happens, like obviously I can't tell whether they're actually picking at it or not, but they've been picking a lot at the bottom of the tank, which is normally where the beef heart goes, like the tiny pieces and stuff. So I think they do eat that. But one thing that I've really seen them eat fairly aggressively is the pellets that I feed the Discus. So I'm gonna feed them now. And I don't know if you guys can see, but once it gets to the bottom, You guys can see all the Geophagus like down there. I'm not gonna go close because I don't want to scare them off. If you can see, the Geophagus are actually already picking at it, like right now. That's all of them there, all the tiny fish there. That's all the Geos, and I'm really glad that they really like the pellets because that's what I feed most of the time. I feed the beef heart like 2 to 3 times a week only, and I feed the pellets like on a daily basis. So yeah, that's really good that they're all eating, and they're very, like, as I said, aggressive eaters, which is a good sign because that means the fish is healthy. If you guys can see the tank, it's way cleaner than before. I cleaned this morning, like I actually scraped all algae off and everything, which I've been meaning to do for quite some time. So yeah, I'm really glad I did that. And if ever you guys want a video of like the maintenance I do to this Discus tank or even my monster tank, just let me know in the comments and I'll film that so that you guys can have a gist of how to, you know, clean a tank this big, because it's definitely not easy and it takes a lot of time. So yeah, enjoy watching the fish eat.